With great love and respect in my heart, I welcome you to this beautiful Sunday morning here in the temple and out there in your sky temple. It has been a beautiful weather in Northern California, sunshine, Thanksgiving, which is supposed to be a very happy holiday. But right after the Thanksgiving, I get so many emails, Babaji, with the conflict in the family that has gathered together, and people saying to themselves, every year, this year is going to be different, but same thing happens. So I was just thinking about that. How do we get into these conflicts? And if there is no conflict, people find some reason to be in conflict. Like, if they have nothing to talk about, they will talk about their political belief, their spiritual belief, their religious belief, and arguments start, and it turns out to be something totally different than why people have gathered there. And I also have received many thanks by email. Babaji, thank you for keeping us in the remembrance of nothing is worth losing your peace. It's just one sentence. But if we can truly just remember that, you can imagine how much time you can save for better things. Nothing is worth losing your peace. I was looking at a book the other day, just opened up the page. It was about the life of a very successful man, very well recognized, and he died young. And there were 2 or 3 lines in there. He says, as I lie here, contemplate death, which is imminent. All the name, fame, fortune I have accumulated really has no meaning. Wished I had lived my life a little bit more in peace and appreciating the gifts that were already there in my life. We get an idea in our head and we just start running with it. Our family members, our children who are growing up, they miss out, and I miss out on some things. If I'm really driven by something, that how to find that balance in your life, that while you are living, while you are creating, you are also a family member. You have a spouse, you have children, you have parents, and there is a dharma. What is my dharma? We should never forget that. Just one thing sometimes becomes so important that everything else falls to the side. And that's when we get in trouble. How to create that balance in our life? Yes, we have to succeed. No matter how big of a house you have or how small of a hut you have, once you fall asleep, you're sleeping. Whether you are driving a $1 million car or a small little Volkswagen, as long as they're running, both get to that place. Both get you there. May we teach our children that success doesn't mean just making more money. Success means how to be happy without all the trappings that is talked about. How to be content with less. How to appreciate what you already have. In the race of wanting more and more and more, we miss out on appreciating what we already have. And then our children see that. And if we are truly a responsible parent, grandparent, it's very important to keep setting as a role model and also teaching our children the joy of simplicity. We don't need to buy the most expensive toy every year. I was walking down from my place and it was a little cold last night. And the sun is out in its warmth. And I stood there for a moment, just closed my eyes and felt the warmth of the sun after this cold night. And in that moment also this thought came to my mind, it's not only me who is enjoying the sunshine, all these plants and the animals, the birds were chirping, and everybody is enjoying this sunshine, which is free. We don't have to make much effort to be present to this sunshine. The most precious thing that we have in life are given to us freely. I'm not saying don't make effort, don't provide, but that should not be that I am blinded to the rest. Somebody has more, somebody has less. How to find contentment with what we have. And that contentment doesn't mean that you don't have to make effort. Keep making effort because you have been given talents and express yourself. But from a place of contentment, not from a place of fear or greed. How beautiful it feels when we wake up in the morning and just pay attention to what is in my thought right now. What is in my mind in this moment? Just asking yourself sometimes. Is there stress, anxiety? Is there a moment of devotion, remembrance of something higher in my life? It doesn't take long. If you look at the yogic lifestyle growing up in India, this was first thing that was taught to us. As soon as you wake up, pay respect to, if you don't know what God is, at least pay respect to your parents. Because somebody was there in person, right in front of you, and you went and paid your respect to them. If you don't have a person living next to you, then you have some your guru, you have your divine mother, you have Ganesh, whoever you have, just somebody somewhere that I close my eyes to and just bow my head. Because the moment I bow my head, even in my imagination, all the weight that I'm carrying on my shoulders just rolls off. In every great tradition, there is an importance of bowing. But we take pride in not bowing. But when you bow, all this weight that you are carrying on your shoulders just rolls off. That is the power of devotion. Devotion to something higher. Even in your mind, just imagine yourself just touching your forehead to the earth. Having that kind of moment first thing in the morning works like a culture in the milk. If you're trying to make yogurt out of milk, you just put 1 or 2 teaspoonful of yogurt in the milk, and after a little time it turns into yogurt. So what kind of thoughts we have in the morning is very important. May there be a moment of devotion to something higher. May there be a moment of love and respect, not just rush, stress. I got something more important. Nothing is more important than the peace in your heart, the peace in your household. Love and respect are not just the words. Ask yourself, what is it truly that you love? What is it that you respect? And how do you express your respect? How do you respect? Express your respect. Baba used to say, when the mind gets tired, it takes a back seat. It becomes easier to find God. Can't find God through mind. Heart has to open. What is it truly that I love and respect? There is power in that. We can try to analyze everything, all our drama, or story. That's not going to get you out. Mind cannot free us from that. It's your heart that will free you from that. And that heart has to open to itself. May my heart, open your heart to yourself. And if we don't know how to open our heart to ourselves, then that's when the spiritual practices, we have deities and statues and gurus and divine mothers and gods and whatever. Find somewhere to love. And when we truly love ourselves, then little things don't upset us. Just like on Thanksgiving, people are writing these emails, small things, insignificant things, And because of that, the mother is fighting with the daughter, and the children, son is fighting with the father and the mother. And those things have nothing to do with their family. And they have gathered there in the name of love, but then end up fighting. What does that say? Our spiritual practice that we have is really an act of giving that love to ourselves, honoring the self, loving the self. If the mind ever comes, why am I doing this? What's the purpose of all this? The purpose is, that is the little time you have taken out to honor that part of the self which is always there, which is your true self, which gets neglected in the process of things that we think are very important, but they are not. They are not. Anyway, this I'm still I'm just saying things that all the emails that I have been reading that are coming to me, and it's email from my Sangha, from the people I know, and it's not any one person in general, it's really the story of our society. If today's satsang could just end up with a reminder that please do find a little time to appreciate whatever is around you in your life. Look at your judgments, look at your expectations from others, and the truth is we all have come alone and we'll leave alone. That's for sure. And all the people that I am upset with and squabbling with, if my breath stops, that will be gone. So over small things, may we not be stuck in a disagreement and be unhappy with each other. Reach out to those that there was a little squabble with. And just say, Happy Thanksgiving. Happy post-Thanksgiving. Now let's get happy. Now let's get really happy. So don't be stuck in whatever happened over the Thanksgiving. And I'm not saying that it happened to everybody, but if it happened to somebody, just free yourself from that. Now Christmas is coming. So get ready for that. Thank you all very much. It's nice to see you and greet you. Please do find something to appreciate. Find joy in simplicity, in contentment, and have trust and make effort. Everything will be fine. Thank you all.